All right, now we are recording, so go ahead.
Oh, thank you for that. So anyway, my name's Denise Norbut, and I've been a practitioner for about 25 years, helped thousands of people in all kinds of different situations. That's a short recap. And I am very excited that more and more people are interested in being healthy and maintaining their health and dealing with what's going on around us.
Yes, yes. So we had toilet paper and paper products the last few weeks. I actually did have to run into the grocery store very quickly about a half hour ago just to fill up our water. And I couldn't believe it. The aisles are still empty. Still no toilet paper in my local grocery store, which I just think is crazy. But now people are starting to get a little bit smarter and they're starting to realize, okay, I can wipe my butt, but now I actually need to take care of myself. So what we're seeing is, you know, lots of stores sold out of multivitamins. And so we at Soul have a little bit of a different approach. So why would someone be interested in Soul products right now, kind of over a multivitamin? And I say that in quotations because I don't want to, you know, necessarily say we don't need vitamins, but can you tell us a little bit about what Soul is and how it's a little bit different?
Sure. And I like that statement you said, I don't want to say we don't need vitamins. Yes, we need vitamins. We need minerals. We need phytonutrients. We need nutrition for our bodies now more than ever, right? And I think the question is, where does that come from? Does it come from a chemically or some kind of a processed multivitamin, or does it come from whole foods and whole herbs? And I think that is the main difference between there are two differences between like going to, you know, wherever, Amazon or Costco or wherever, and buying a multivitamin and taking the Soul products. And this is a Soul group, so I know people want information about what makes Soul tick, why is it different, and that sort of thing. So we're going to briefly cover that first. So first of all, the very first thing is quality. So we have to, and especially now more than ever, you don't want to get something that's not what it says on the bottle. So another part of my background is I had an herb store, a nutritional supplement store, for 21 years. So I know a lot about the industry, not only Soul. I've seen it, I've gone to shows, you know, trade shows where I see what goes on behind the scenes. And I'm just saying there's a lot out there that is not what it appears to be. So with Soul, the quality control is actually, I'm not going to say Soul's the only great company out there, because that would be, you know, ludicrous to say that. And I always want to say what's in integrity. But I will say that I haven't found anything better, okay? And that I know that the products are, first of all, pure and potent. And a lot of companies do testing, you know. Soul's definitely goes beyond the norm for testing. They test raw materials even after the supplier has tested them. They test it during processing, they test it after, and they keep retention samples for 5 years so that they can make sure everything is just right and it's staying potent and all that. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to have quality. You don't want to be, and in some of the products, it's actually got stuff in there that's not good for you. So if I'm going to take something that's supposed to be good for me, I want to make sure it says what's in it is on the label. And then the second thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're getting your vitamins and minerals from a source that is not processed. Excuse me a second. So in all those years that I've been studying health, I consider myself an herbalist, and I really personally don't take a multivitamin, because my philosophy is that the herbs are the way God made them. And for us to think that we can go in and analyze what's the good part and what's the bad part of something that God made is kind of silly. Okay. So I believe that I want to get my vitamins and minerals from a whole food source, kind of like I get my vitamins from my salad. You know, I have a variety of different colored vegetables in there, different plants in a salad because I want a variety of different nutrients. But you know what? My salad doesn't come with a label. You know, it doesn't say there's X amount of vitamin C. You couldn't do that. It's a natural product. You know, those are natural things in the salad. And of course, depending on where it's grown, when it's picked, all these different factors, it's going to have a different array of vitamins and minerals. The reason that those bottles can be, say it has X amount on it and you hope that the label is right, then is because it's forced to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that brings me to another question. I wish I had like a box of Vital. Well, you have one right behind you.
Yeah, so, I was doing a video the other day.
If you held up that box and turned it around, what we would notice is we're so used to, especially us Americans, we're used to percentage of fats, percentage of vitamin C, D, you know, the whole alphabet or whatever. And I remember when I first started with Soul 2.5 years ago, I was like, well, how do I know really what's in this? How, you know, you kind of touched on that a little bit, but can you just touch on that a little bit more? Like, why when you pick up the bottle of Vital or Cinemate or really any of this, why we don't have that similar to your salad?
Exactly. In a natural product, there is no way that we could break all this down. And like I said, there's so many things in here. It's a difference in philosophy. It's a difference in thinking. This is more the holistic view, and the vitamin and mineral bottle is more the medicinal, the medical mindset, the chemical mindset, you know, like just because, you know, I have 100% of all the B vitamins in this. This is the good one. Well, actually, that's not the naturally occurring way that B vitamins happen. They happen in different amounts with the different forms of B vitamin, you know? And so in our human mind, more is better, higher potency, you know, max everything out, just like all Americans do, right?
You know, you're going to pee it out.
Yeah. And it's not really going to do the thing that you want it to do, but there's also something called synergy of how things work together. So just like my salad, when I eat my salad, I don't just eat lettuce in my salad, right? Mm-hmm. I have a variety of different things that we put together. And that's another thing that happens in the Soul products, is that they are combinations that work together, and they're not just thrown together. I do actually just throw my salad together with like, okay, so there is a difference. That kind of breaks down the analogy there. But these are formulated by people who have huge amount of experience in a lot of different aspects of health, like Dr. Allison Caldwell Andrews, who's our chief scientific advisor, and an herbalist and a psychologist, and you know, she's got lots of experience. The founders have lots of experience. There are many of our practitioner distributors that help formulate the products and from a lot of experience. So these are put together very wisely in order to do certain things, and they have a wide variety. So think of it like your foundation. I like to think of the drinks as the foundation for my vitamins, my minerals, my nutrition that I need. I try to eat as best I can, but you know, even my lettuce, if it says organic.
Uh-oh, did we lose her?
No, I'm
here. Come back, Denise.
I'm here. Oh, I'm here. Uh-oh, you're frozen. You're frozen. Oh no. You can see me. Okay, so, all right. Oh, can you see me? Are people seeing me right now? Okay, let me go back on. One sec, reloading. Oh, Kristen's frozen. So you can see me, Olga? Olga, you're responding. So tell me if you can still see me. Oh, okay, great. Okay, now I just got to remember where I was as far as my salad. So let's see. Okay, somebody jogged my memory. I think I was talking about my salad. Okay, oops. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to just start where I'm going to start. Okay. So I need to go back because there we go. All right. Here she comes. Sorry. I've kind of been babbling. I didn't know people could see me and hear me.
Hey, Denise, I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. I lost my house dropped Wi-Fi, so I'm actually on my cell phone now, unfortunately.
Okay, well, whatever works, right? Let's see.
You're on such a roll too.
I know, and I can't even remember that's like people say, well, what did you just say? I'm like, I don't know. It just comes, so.
I don't know. All I know is I was thinking as you were talking, it kind of reminded me because you were talking about synergy and adding vitamins and things like that, and I was thinking about how on kids cereal it has all the vitamin C and D and calcium added, and I'm like, oh, you guys, like, for real?
Yeah. Well, you know why they have to do that is because they take all the original nutrients out and then they put it under high pressure and high heat, and then they have to put some nutrition back. Otherwise, you're eating the cardboard box, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
All right, well, since we lost kind of a few minutes there, we don't want to make this too long.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what Soul products have what? Just, you don't have to go too much into specifics, but just for people who are like, well, I want to make sure that I am getting vitamins and minerals, and I know that Denise said that they're plants and yada, 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 but what exactly am I getting? Because it's not on the box.
Okay. So I will say that if you're looking for like a vitamin mineral supplement in the herbal combinations that Soul has, I would say Cinnamate, because it has 24 vitamins and minerals minimum. This is just in the mate, 24 vitamins and mineral, and 15 amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein, and also like 200 different phytonutrients. So just things that we know about. And remember, I was talking about we don't know everything in there. So that's just the vitamin and mineral part is in the mate, but there's lots of vitamin and minerals in all herbs. And there is also cinnamon in there, and there's also thyme. Both of those things are highly antiviral, just FYI for these days. And I did a live on my page the other day talking about the microbiome on our skin and how we use essential oils. But the cinnamon, the government actually studied cinnamon oil as an alternative to help with the antibiotic resistance that's happening in our world, and how it helps microbes. So it's highly antiviral, highly antimicrobial in general. So for these days, you want to have Cinnamate in your system. And the great thing about cinnamon is it doesn't cause that resistance. Even though it's highly antimicrobial, it doesn't cause the resistance like antibiotics will. So in my arsenal, cinnamate is an everyday thing for a lot of reasons, but right now that's what people are interested in. So I would say that. And then the Vital that we just talked about has a whole group of herbs in there with minerals. Okay, it's the mineral grouping of herbs. So all kinds of trace minerals. And let me tell you, when you get your calcium from green vegetables and green herbs, you don't need 1,200 milligrams or 2,400 milligrams like a doctor tells you to take in the tablet, because you don't absorb that. That's why you have to take so much of it, and then it goes and does things you don't like because you're taking more than you should, and it's not an absorbable form. So the key with this is that the minerals in there, the vitamins in there, our bodies know what to do with it. They're absorbable, okay? So then Excel and SI for Soul Clear SI actually is very high in vitamin C. So I know a lot of people know that vitamin C is great for immunity. And so that's another one. Plus it has all the stuff to help your lungs, your sinuses, all that stuff. So that's the key, is like, I always tell my clients, vitamins are never going to get you healthy, you know, especially a vitamin supplement is never going to. Herbs, your body knows what to do, so it can go in and heal your body and keep you healthy. So,
Right.
And of course, Renew has a lot of vitamin C in it too, you know, because it has the uzu fruit in it. There's just so much in there that we do know and so much that we don't know that's helpful for us, you know. So.
Well, and it kind of, it goes back to your mindset, like you were talking about, you know, the trust that God created these plants and he put these things in these plants naturally. And, you know, it's, are we going to trust that the plants have what our bodies need because he created them and he created our bodies? Or are we going to trust a manufacturer? We don't know what's really going in them. We don't know the synergy. We don't, there's, you know, fillers and things like that. So.
Yeah. And it's random. It's what somebody decided, either a company or a person decided we need X amount of this. Well, how do they really know that, you know?
Exactly.
And it doesn't really matter. We don't have to know exactly X amount that we need if we're doing natural things. But if we're doing like medical type things, we do need to know that stuff.
Right.
Because it can cause harm.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Denise. I cannot wait to watch this recording again. My apologies for the technical difficulties. And I see my phone is now hitting 4%. So before we have another technical difficulty, I'll go ahead and sign off. But we really appreciate your expertise and your time. And we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
Bye.